Hi, I'm Ryan for Ryan's Guitar Stuff, and today's video is a VST. This is by brianworx, and it is the megadual. The megadual is a dual rec copy. I'm using the Ibanez for this review. I was using the Telecaster. This is about my 6th time recording this. As I say, I was using the Telecaster. I couldn't really get a sound that I was happy with putting out there for say. So I switched to this in instantly, even just on the single coil pickup at the default settings that are on screen now. Like, you can already hear that's a really nice rock sound. So like I said, I couldn't really get it out of the Telecaster. Getting into this, you can load up different things. As you can see, I have a preset already made. So as you can see, this is how the VST is set up. I'm going to quickly go through my own setting just to explain how I've dialed it in for myself. Channel 1 is your clean sounds. So for example, I don't have the noise gate on this because sometimes I find noise gates can artificially clip your audio, and I just personally I find it annoying. And yeah, it's a nice clean sound. The push side of things, it's a nice push channel. It's nice punchy, but not over the top in the gain sound. It's pushed. So yeah. Now channel 2, you can hear the gain is starting to come in. So if we go to the raw side of things, and then go to the next, which is in between the raw and modern. And then go to modern. You can hear, and turn this now, you can hear that the gain gets significantly more increased each time you go up, but it's not in the sense of like, there is a volume jump, but it's not going to be like 10 tons of volume in a sense. Now, onto the third channel, which is, these are all different drive channels, by the way. So, I'll go to the raw, and you can see how I have it set up. I have it quite similar to the second channel, sorry, my mistake. So you can hear there's more gain structure, but it's not as loud than your in-between sounds. And then your modern sounds. It's not as quiet as the first two. That's great and all, and I have it dialed in the way I want it. I like a very treble-y sound. So, for example, I need that to come through, so that's how I have dialed for this chord. I need that to come through in the mix. So that's how I've dialed in this amp setting. Let's go into the raw side of things. Actually, let's go into channel 2, because I do like the middle section of channel 2, the way it's how it's currently set up. So if I go into that and then do a side-by-side comparison, I'll just edit this. But what I'm basically doing is I'm taking the tubes and solids and showing the demonstration of like between the tubes and solids. So there you can hear the difference between the tubes and solids. Personally, I prefer the sounds of the solids. I don't know why, but I just do. And then spongy and bold. Bold seems to be more tamer. It seems more defined in its way, and spongy seems a bit more flappy and spongy in a sense. What you have up here is your noise gate, and I'll quickly demonstrate that with the. So it's actually a quite responsive noise gate of like. Then you have your tighten and smooth. I don't use the smooth, but I can show you what that does. So I personally don't use it. I don't have a need for it personally, so I don't use it. But I do use the tighten because it takes some of the. It just tightens up the low end and it makes it more controllable, you know, that kind of thing. So I use it before the EQ, and sorry, after the EQ, and that's just for my own sense. I will show you what it sounds like post pre-EQ. Here that it gives you different control where it's placed in the mix. You got your delay, which is your typical delay. So there's not really much else to go there. It's delay, and you can see how it's set up there. So, oh, what the hell? Oh, that's really cool. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't reading this wrong. But this is set to the host, the DAW's BPM. So if I click down here, a tempo, it matches it up here with the tempo delay. That is actually really useful. So you can see you have your settings there for your amount of delay. And then input gain and power soak. So your input gain is how much gain your input gets. Power soak is the power soak. So if anything, that's like your attenuator for it, in a sense. It soaks up the power. Now, before I dial into anything else, I think that's most of it. I'll quickly go over the solo channel here. Nice, crunchy, like kind of rhythm track. And then the solo. You can actually bump it up more. Just gives it a different gain structure on top of it. It just brings it out a bit more, and in volume as well, like most solos stuff would. The other thing, and this is the thing that quite shocked me at the price that this was. I bought it when it was on sale for €29. It has 30 impulse, sorry, not 30, 60 impulse responses, and there's a lot of them. I haven't gone through them all, but I've quickly gone through some of them, and personally I find that the American Blue is a better mix for me personally. It's a bit more clearer. I find that it's a more clearer crystal sound, and the best way to go through this personally is literally just go auto. So you can see that going through the auto settings on that, it will actually just change it automatically while you're playing, and you can actually hear the response difference. I use the Blue American, this one. So that's the sound I use. It's a nice clean sound. Also does vocals. I am not going through doing the vocal setup for this. I'm a horrible bass player, but like, you can see what I mean by it brings out the different natures and different sounds. So, my thoughts on the VST as a whole, because this has been the longest I've been doing this video and the closest I've gotten to finishing this video. I'll put this back on the wall. My thoughts on the VST itself is it's exceptional. Like, the quality, the sound and everything is phenomenal. The user interface is really easy to use. Like, I first opened it and thought, oh no, it's going to be a nightmare to use. But it's not. It's actually very, very simple to use. I dialed in the sound for myself, easy enough, and it's easy enough to use. Would I recommend it? If I was a recording musician and I had the means of buying a VST and I didn't have access to an amp, yeah, I'd definitely buy again. Would I pay the same price for it? That's a hard sell for me because I'm not really a full-on recording guy. I do demos, sure, throw them up on the channel and everything, but I'm not really using this all the time. That's why I bought it when it was on sale. If it hadn't been on sale, I wouldn't have even thought of it, because it was way on my price range from the beginning. But as a professional tool that would be used as an professional tool, it is amazing. I really can't get over the sound quality. It's really nice. The 3 channels all have their own unique sounds, own unique gain structures. On the 2 gain channels, the cleans is a nice crystal clean, clean, and the 60 impulse responses is unreal. So yeah, I'd fully recommend it if you're a recording musician looking for that kind of sound, and you want to get something that's top notch, and you're not going to break the bank buying an actual dual rec in a sense. Yeah, I'd fully recommend it. I bought this through Plugin Alliance. Also, the install was easy enough actually. I've had plugins before that are quite annoying to get going and all, but this was easy enough, and there's a lot of little features like the tap tempo and everything that makes it really great for recording. It fits the beat of the song, it fits everything. So yeah, I fully recommend it, and yeah, I can't think of anything else to say. So I've been Ryan for Ryan's Guitar Stuff, and see you next time. This has been a really long video. So yeah, bye.